Yeah. Want some water? Oh no, it's just happened. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the strange lighting. My light fell over. See if I can prop it somewhere. Oh, okay. Don't want to make my dog go blind here. Let's see. Good enough. Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back, coming to visit. So today we're gonna share a little INFJ secret with you. Want some water? Been able to guess what the secret is yet? So it's actually a secret of INFPs and INTJs. Anybody else whose first letter is I, or, yeah. Anybody else who's basically introverted first, they need this interaction. Let's see. Can you see doggy? They need to be able to do this from time to time. Take care of somebody. It could be a dog, it could be a cat, it could be a parakeet, it could be anything. But that one-on-one interaction, knowing that you're helping and taking care of somebody, really, really, really makes the introverted side of you happy. It makes you feel really fulfilled. I'm going to share with you now. See if I can get everything low down enough. Oh, no, because I have it propped on the chair. That's harder than I thought it would be. Okay. Well, let's take this guy off the chair for now. This is in case also you don't have a dog yet. Maybe you were looking forward to getting a dog and you were wondering what it's really like when you have a Shih Tzu, in particular, small dog. They like to spend time with you one-on-one. And do not be surprised if you find yourself on the floor with them. That's pretty much where they live. They're small their entire lives. My little dog here, she is like 13 and a half years old now. Yeah. And they can be fickle eaters. They can really taste the difference in food, whatever it is that you choose to give them. And, you know, that belief that people have that you can feed a dog anything, they'll eat anything, that's a misunderstanding. She will not eat just anything. Yeah. And case in point, that's actually why she's having this right now. This is a combination of chicken and ham. And that's because we had been giving her chicken on a very regular basis for the past month. And she got very, very tired of it. Yeah. I have to reach over her head or else she'll be able to pick it apart. I have to do stuff like this. So there's 1 portion chicken, 1 portion ham, and this is like a supplement, a treat that she's supposed to take. And she won't take it on her own. So I have to smush the meat together around supplement so she'll eat it. You have to do stuff like that all the time. And if you get them into this the sort of animal brain where right now they're just eating, then they go into sort of almost like an eating frenzy. And by the time they get to the bottom of the bowl, they will eat anything you put in it. So really, the very best thing that you can do is put the need to eat stuff at the bottom and the stuff that they want to eat on the very top. Makes them really, really happy. Yeah. And here's the other thing. You know, they really are master escape artists. They are also masters of separating things. So, in other words, if you tear up everything and put it in a bowl like I did, if they don't like something that's in that bowl, they can very, very easily pick it apart and take the stuff they like, which is interesting because it's not like with cats how they'll use their paws for things a lot. Most dogs really won't use their paws that much, not when it comes to food. My dogs usually didn't, the exception of Luna. You guys didn't get to meet Luna. Luna was still alive when I first started this channel, but I don't think, well, I might have. I might have just chosen to keep those videos private with Luna, but Luna was very, very intelligent and very discerning and a little bit sneaky, like a mastermind animal. And she could not only take food apart with her teeth, but also with her paws, and then she could hide the stuff that she wanted that she really, really liked for later. And she can hide it behind other food that she knew the other dogs didn't like so that they wouldn't go after her food, which is, I saw her do that many, many times. That's one of the things that they don't tell you. And one of the reasons why having a pet is one of the secrets to being a happier, healthier introvert, because you have to tune into somebody else on a very, instinctual level. And sometimes you can get really, really into your own head. And that's really the biggest pitfall that an introvert falls into, is getting so into their thoughts, their worries, their fears, that it becomes very difficult and disjointed for them to be able to understand somebody else. And although, this dog may not have political views or some form of spirituality, something like that, the fact is, the time that I spend with her one-on-one, feeding her, is time when I have to tune into what somebody else wants and what makes them happy. And it's very, very fulfilling seeing somebody else. It's not just happy, it's like calm, because they start to panic once they're really, really hungry. Now, the other downside to this, or the downside to this, is that when they pass away, like my last two did, it's very, very hard, because it wasn't somebody that you knew from lots of conversations you had with them. It's someone that you knew, yes, from conversations, because they do love to be spoken to. And they do pick up certain words, and they will react to a myriad of words and suggestions and intonations. But beyond that, they will actually interact with you during conversations. So if you're sad about something and you're making a point that you really love this one thing, despite how sad this one other issue might be, then they'll literally jump up and start celebrating. And similarly, if you were really happy about something, but now you realize that it might not work out and you get sad, they'll come over to you and they'll try to make you feel better. Because that's part of them being intuitive. And that is one of the other reasons why it's so important for someone who's intuitive to have a pet, because that pet is someone who's going to tune in to you every single day. I knew you wouldn't be too interested in that one. You were digging on the chicken and the ham, so why would you be? Aha, oh good. It also, one of the other things is INFJs anyways, we can be overthinkers. So when you have to really tune into somebody else, you have to stop thinking about everything under the sun. If you don't, you could end up hurting that pet just by neglect, just by not paying attention to what you're doing. It's not like, oh, you're not paying attention, so you're going to step on them. It's you weren't paying attention, so you didn't put their food on the floor where they could get to it, which I just did with her. And so that's why I decided to go ahead and do this video, because I realized, you know what? When I ignore her, I always end up ignoring myself. And whatever it is that I was so keyed up to do goes wrong. So I decided, why not marry the two together today? And one of the ways you can tell a dog is really happy is by the way they eat. If they make extra sounds and they eat with their mouth wide open, it usually means they're very happy with what they're eating. Now, her jaw has become really misaligned, which worries me. And I don't know if you heard that squeaking sound, but that's what that is. And that's one thing to watch out for with the purebred dogs. We got our purebred dogs actually specifically because my mother had wanted to mate them with some dogs that are a little bit further out of the line to help broaden the line and help breed out those different issues that they have, like the what's it called, bronchocephalic? No, wait, that's not right. The whatever. The issue with the smush nose that makes it so hard for them to breathe. She wanted to breed that out and reintroduce more of the the Pekingese back into the line instead of so much of the Chow. The Chow has more of a smush nose, which really just means their nasal passage is extremely narrow, and usually one side will be completely closed. And they already have issues with their rib cage, they have issues with their heart, so it becomes very difficult for them to breathe, and it means that they basically have almost asthma, and others do have asthma. They start to breathe, and then suddenly they kind of can't catch their breath, and they end up huffing. It can give them a really bad heart murmur. They could